Okay guys, I'm going to tie another wee pattern called the Bourrach. Now the Bourrach is a fly that comes from the River Spey. It's normally fished for the likes of grilse and stuff, so this is just a slight variant on the pattern. The hook in the vise is a size 12 partridge patriot double. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 80 in black. So I'm simply just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. Run on a bit of thread a bit, take away the waist tag. Now the rib and the tag on the fly is just going to be an oval silver tinsel in 14. This is a Vineyard product and this is a small. So take a length that off the spool. I'm just going to offer it in underneath the hook, around with a couple of turns to hold. Bring my oval silver tinsel underneath the hook, and then I'm just going to run my thread down, tying this in. I'm going to bring my thread down until I'm slightly past the point of the hook. So let the thread go, it's past the point of the hook. And then I'm just going to come around with 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel to create the tag, and on the 5th turn bring it up and in between the 2 hooks, and then come around with a turn. And then I'm just going to run this up. I'm just going to bring it the whole way up, then I'm going to fold the oval tinsel back on itself and just bring the thread back down, just tying this in to there. Now, the tail on the fly is normally blue haggle points or blue haggle fibres, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the swan. This is just a swan feather dyed blue. I'm just going to take a wee small pinch and bring the fibres up and get them to line up. I'm going to tear them away. Now, you're not looking at a long tail, so I'm just going to have this round about the length of the body over the back. Just hold it there with my finger and thumb, come around with a pinch and loop, and a couple of tight turns to secure it in. And then I'm going to come in and trim this the length of the body. The body itself is going to be a silver tinsel. I'm just using the Mylar gold and silver size 12 by uni. I'm just going to take a length of this off, trim it away. Now I want the silver side, so I'm going to tie it in with the gold side facing myself. I'm just tying this on my side of the hook and bring it in to the same length as the cut ends of the swan. Now, just going to bring my thread up, and I want to try and keep the body as smooth as possible. So I'm just going to take my time and run the thread up. Nice and tight right the whole way up. And bring my thread back down a bit. Now, then I can come around with my silver tinsel. Just get one nice clean tight turn onto the tail. And then you're just looking one turn slightly overlapping the other. Now, you could have put varnish or maybe some glue onto the thread there, just to get the tinsel to adhere to the hook if you wish. I'm just going to come around with a thread turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, and then I'm going to come in and trim away the excess. Then I can bring up the oval silver tinsel, and I'm looking 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel onto the body. It's plenty. Up to there, following it around with your thread, 1 turn to hold, and then a couple of turns to secure, and then we'll come in and trim away the excess. Now, the wing on the fly, excuse me, the wing on the fly can be long, yellow bucktail, but I'm going to use grey squirrel tail dyed yellow. So I'm just going to come in and take a pinch of the grey squirrel tail. Now, I'm not looking loads, I'm just looking just enough. And trim that away from the tail. Come in, take away all the rubbish from the bottom of the fibre. Now, I like to stack this, so I'm just going to put it into the hair stacker, tips first. Give it a wee rattle on my desk. Just to get the tips to line up. Tips have lined up, so I'm just going to take the hair from the hair stacker. Now, like I said at the start, you can have it the wing long with the bucktail. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have my wing slightly shorter than the tail. So basically just over halfway into the tail. Now, I'm just going to come in and hold out my finger and thumb. I'm going to come in with my scissors, take a measurement, throw away the excess over my bin, come in and get the squirrel as tight to the shank of the hook as you can get it. And then just come around with a pinching loop, and then another, then a couple of tight turns just to hold everything in place. Just make sure it's held in place. Now, squirrel has a tendency to pull out, so I'm just going to put on like a super glue onto the thread, and I'm going to take this down over the cut ends. This will just make the wing last a tad longer for you when you're out fishing. Just make sure it's all tied down nice and tight. Now, on the original pattern there's no flash, but I have 2 strands of yellow pearl crystal flash here. I'm just going to put these into the wing. So I'm just going to offer them up into the wing. Don't have to put these on, the pattern doesn't require it. I'm just putting it on as a wee bit extra. I'm just going to fold back the excess of the flash, bring it up over the top, come in and trim it away. And like I say, you don't have to put the flash in to the wing. The wee fly is more than bright enough, but just something a wee bit different. Now, just a wee bit long for me, so I'm just going to come in and trim the flash away. There's a throat tackle on the fly, and the throat tackle can be a blue cock or a Dr. Blue cock, or you can use some of the swan if you want it. But I'm just going to use a large light blue hen hackle. So I'm just going to come in, just take one off the cape. I'm going to take all the rubbish away from the bottom. Then all to do is just bring the fibres out from the stem. I'm just going to take a couple of pinches or so to create my throat. Right. Just get them in your finger and thumb. I'm just going to offer them up. Just want the throat tackles coming back to touch the tag. Just going to hold up my finger and thumb, come around with a pinching loop. A couple of tight turns now. I just like to spin it around at this stage. See how we're sitting. Just come in with my nail, spread the fibres out at this point. Now, I'm happy enough with that. So I'm going to come in with my scissors. Just going to take away the excess of the hen hackle. I'm just going to concentrate on tying this in. Make sure I tie in the hen hackle well, because I'm not going to put any super glue on at this point. I'm going to make sure it's all tied in nice and tight, just to help the fly last a wee bit longer. Bring my thread back up into position. Bring it around so you can see it. Okay, happy enough of that. And then all I want to do is just come in with my whip finishing tool. That's the wee fly finished. Come in, a couple of whip finishes. Pull the thread nice and tight. Come in and trim away the thread. Now, just going to come in and seal everything up. We drop the super glue onto the head. And like I say, you can tie the wing long on this fly if you wish. I just usually fish this fly as a wee top dropper, just when the grilse are on. So that's the wee fly. Now there's an orange version of the fly. That flies to sit around for me. There's an orange version of the fly, and that's just yellow hackle fibres at the back, and then orange bucktail or squirrel, and you want that, you can have it tied along too. Or maybe do the orange version of it. But look, tie a few up, hopefully you can catch a few fish.